Hello, and welcome to episode 46 of the Nourish and Strengthen podcast. I can't believe we're at almost a year, you guys. We're almost at 52. That is so crazy for me. Crazy to me. I hope you guys are having a good day today. I hope you're doing so good. So, if you have not heard, we have re-released the 15-day Fit Body Challenge. If you guys remember, that is a challenge I put together with Ideal Fit back in 2015. I have revamped it and re-released it under my own name. Hence, we are calling it Lindsay's version. Kind of a play on words with Taylor's version, right? So the meals are the same because everybody loved the meals so much and it's just good, clean, basic, wholesome foods. But I have updated the workouts to better reflect kind of the methodologies I use in workouts now. I don't typically recommend, especially my ladies over 35 or 40, to work out how I recommended almost 10 years ago. I've learned a lot. We have all aged about a decade since 2015, right? So I've kind of revamped those. So if you've not seen that, I'm going to put the link in the show notes. Okay. We are currently doing it live. If you want to join us now, we started a couple days ago, but you're more than welcome to join us still. But you can also do it whenever you want. So you can download it, do it anytime. The workout videos, we're streaming them live right now each day, but they're always going to be in the Facebook group and you can follow in real time. So I'm going to put those show notes. I'm going to put the link in the show notes. Okay. You can get this program for free, updated version. If you have not heard, now you've heard. So let's do this. Okay. So with the 15-day challenge, it's a fat loss program, right? And I know a lot of my listeners have goals for weight loss, especially before summer. And in a fat loss, weight loss program, it is by design that we have our calories in a deficit, right? That can be hard. It got me thinking, like, hunger is kind of inevitable in a deficit sometimes. There's not really any way around it because you're purposefully eating fewer calories than your body wants and needs, right? That's the idea. You want to burn body fat, so you have to be eating fewer calories than you burn. It's the law of thermodynamics, okay? But that's hard. It's easier said than done, right? So it led me to think about what we can do to feel more satisfied with our food intake in a calorie deficit. So at calorie maintenance, most people are rarely thinking about food. You're not obsessed. You're not overthinking, what am I going to eat next? What am I going to order at this meal? What am I going to do? You're not even thinking about it, right? So how can we cultivate some of that in a deficit as well? So I'm going to share with you guys 8 ways that we can do that. Okay. That's what we're going to be talking about today. And so whether you're doing the challenge live with us right now, or maybe you're just in a fat loss phase, or maybe you just find yourself thinking about food more than you wish you did, this episode is for you. Okay. So let's go ahead and just jump right in. Number one is to eat higher volume foods. So what does this mean? This means foods that are more volume, like bigger in size for lower calories. For example, a high volume food might be vegetables. I mean, that's an obvious one. I'm going to give you less obvious examples in just a minute, but this is the extreme, right? Like a big salad takes up a big bowl for, like, the veggies might be 50 calories is all, right? And it's a big bowl versus nuts or a nut butter. 50 calories of a nut butter is the tiniest, saddest little smidgen of an amount, right? So that's an extreme example of high volume versus low volume for the same calories, okay? Now, veggies and nut butter, those are kind of the obvious examples, but let's talk about some that are, maybe more surprising. So actually potatoes, you get a lot more bang for your buck than I used to think with potatoes. For like 100 calories of potatoes, you actually get quite a bit, especially if they're sliced up and roasted and stuff. Squashes, like delicata squash, spaghetti squash, they're amazing. You get a lot of food for low calories. Some high volume fruits are watermelon, berries, any melon really, cantaloupe, things like that. Egg whites are super high volume too. For 100 calories of egg whites, you're getting a lot of scrambled egg whites. For carbs, rice cakes, they're a snacky item that you can get a lot of volume for low calories. So if you want something you can just kind of munch on for a little while, you can get a lot of bites of rice cakes for pretty low calories. So in general, eating more higher volume whole foods is going to be better for your satiety and satisfaction when you're in a calorie deficit, okay? Number 2 is eating foods that you truly love. I want you to let go of the food rules here, okay? Assuming you're getting in your protein and you're hitting your fiber targets. Now, to hit your fiber targets, you need to be eating, mostly whole foods, right? You're not going to hit your fiber targets if you're eating a lot of snacky packaged foods, okay? So, assuming you're hitting your protein and you're hitting your fiber, beyond that, I want you to make sure you're enjoying foods that you truly love and look forward to, okay? No one is going to last very long on a diet full of foods they don't love, right? It's just not going to happen. If you're kind of like begrudgingly not looking forward to your food and you feel like it's like diety food and you don't really like it, you're not going to be consistent with it long term. Okay. If you have a whole meal or go days not eating food you really look forward to, what you're going to do is you're going to end up binging on that food that you love and crave anyway. Okay. So if you're avoiding constantly like the brownies, or let's just use brownies as an example. Say you really want a brownie and you're just like, I can't have it. I can't have it. And you go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and it's all you can think about. And it like pens up over the course of the week. What's going to happen on Saturday when you have a quote unquote allowed off track meal? You're going to binge on the brownies, right? But what if you had had a half a brownie on Monday, or maybe even a half a brownie every single night, having it in moderation? It's going to help you increase that satisfaction from your food in a deficit. Okay. Number 3, bump up that protein intake. Protein is the most satiating macronutrient when compared to carbs and fats. It also has the highest thermic effect of food. So what that means is it means that it takes more calories to digest and process protein when you compare it to carbs and fats, okay? So if you want to feel more full, if you want to feel more satisfied from your food, make sure you're getting plenty of protein. A good way to facilitate getting more protein is to look at your main meals that have like a meat in them, maybe your lunch and your dinner, for example. And so start by, if you typically do 3 ounces of meat, bump it up to 4 or 5. Okay. This is an easy way to boost that protein for your day and have those main meals keep you fuller and more satisfied longer. All right. Number 4, eat plenty of fiber. So fiber along with protein, those two things together are really going to help that meal keep you fuller longer. All right. So fruits and veggies, of course, they have lots of fiber, but so do, snacks like air popped popcorn, adding lentils, having a bowl of oatmeal. These are all very high in fiber and are going to keep you super satiated. So just a little side note, if you're struggling to hit your fiber or struggling with constipation, I love, it's a new product I found. I love Inulax. Okay, I'm going to put the link in the show notes. It is all natural fiber. It's so much better for you guys than using Metamucil or Miralax or even magnesium citrate. I have been taking this, probably like 4 or 5 months. I take it daily, every single night before bed, and I go poop really, really good every single morning, like mid-morning. Sorry if that's TMI, but I was just thinking about it while we're talking about fiber. If you're struggling with that, I would highly recommend checking it out. I do have a discount code too, Trainer Lindsay. Check it out, and I'll put that in the show notes also. Okay. Number 5, drinking lots of liquid. Drinking lots of liquid. Notice I said liquid, not just water. Drinking water is key, of course. This is going to help curb your appetite, and it's going to kill cravings, especially if you are adding like some calorie-free flavoring to your water. You can do this with like Transformed Booster Hydration. You can do it with, Crystal Light, something like that. But you can also have some diet soda. Okay, there is no harm in having some diet soda. The artificial sweeteners are not going to kill you. I promise. There's so much research on this. Go visit our friend Lane Norton if you're confused about this. He will definitely clear that up for you. It's going to help you drink more if you are flavoring your water. All right. Oftentimes the sweetness and carbonation from diet soda can keep you from reaching for something else, right? Sometimes if I'm feeling super snacky, but I can tell it's a craving, it's not a true need or hunger, then if I sip on some diet root beer or diet Coke or something, that keeps me from reaching for the goodies or the junk that I know I'm going to regret later, right? Number 6, avoid high calorie drinks. While we're talking about the drinks, I want you to avoid high calorie drinks and juices. Okay, that is just a surefire way to use up all those calories in a way that will not fill you up, and it's going to leave you ravenous later. Usually high calorie drinks are high in sugar. They're going to spike your blood sugar, which is going to lead to more cravings down the road and not really any satiety like you would get from actually eating those same amount of calories, right? Number 7, try eating. This is just an idea, okay? A lot of us have ingrained in our heads the idea of you should eat smaller meals more often to fuel your metabolism. But oftentimes people find that just leaves them never feeling satisfied or ever full, right? So if that's the case, I want you to switch that idea and try eating fewer, larger meals throughout the day. Okay. For example, a 400-calorie meal is significantly more satiating than a 250-calorie meal. Yeah, you're going to get fewer of them, but it will actually give you that feeling of I am satisfied and I feel full from my food. And it will allow you to make your food more tasty too, because you can add more stuff into a 400-calorie meal than you can 250 calories, right? Then the last one, number 8, is one I didn't think you'd expect to see on this list, and that is sleep. I know you're probably like, oh my gosh, can people stop talking about sleep already? But sleep is huge here, you guys. In the conversation of feeling more satisfied from your food in a calorie deficit, sleep needs to be here, okay? Because sleep is what regulates your hunger hormones, ghrelin and leptin, all right? So ghrelin, when released, will make you feel more hungry, and leptin will keep you more full. Okay. These hungers are more balanced when you're getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night. Have you guys ever woken up the day after a night of lousy sleep, or like maybe you didn't get much sleep because you had a red eye flight or something like that, and you were just ravenous and you had tons of cravings and you felt super hungry? Yeah. That's a real thing. It's not in your head, okay? It's because your hunger hormones were all over the place. You were not imagining it. That's just an extreme example of how sleep affects your hunger levels. It's real. All right. So I hope those 8 things helped you. Okay. Let me just do a quick recap. We've got eating higher volume foods, eating foods you truly love, bumping up your protein, bumping up your fiber, drinking lots of liquid, including diet soda if you want, avoiding high calorie drinks, eating fewer, larger meals, and then getting enough sleep. So, hope those helped you guys. If you're currently doing my 15-day challenge, I hope these tips will help you stay satisfied. If you're not and you want to check it out, click the link in the show notes and download your free copy of the new and improved version. So, hope you guys enjoyed these tips. I hope you enjoyed this short episode. I'm playing around with more of these short, kind of, quicker, easier to listen to episodes. So give me some feedback. Let me know if you like it or if you prefer longer episodes. I'd love to hear it. So hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will talk to you guys next week. Bye-bye.